My name is Yvonne Cartier, and I am a cirque athlete, which means I specialize in flying pole, but I also do general circus arts and including handstands and just being upside down and doing all the fun stuff. I'm so excited to be giving my 2 cents on this Rotation Evo competition. And I am super excited to watch multiple very talented artists and athletes show me their art and show me their dance and their submissions. And let's get to it. Now, I am making commentary on performance quality, character. Do they show me their it factor? Do they have what it takes in order to really wow someone that's watching a piece of entertaining content? All right, so here we have a guy doing sear wheel. This is a super difficult apparatus. I don't do this apparatus because it's so difficult. That's a very difficult move. And anytime you put less limbs on your sear wheel, those are difficult things. I want him to interact with me a little bit and show me a character. Okay. He's got a great body, great athleticism. Yeah, and I love that trick that he's doing right now. The leg flare is awesome. Nice. So I think about sear wheel is what, if your leg goes really high and extends, that shows a difference in doing the cartwheels and doing the circles. So showing difference really matters. Let's see this next one. Okay, we're on an exotic pole. Look at those abs. I love the hat on. That's something you don't see very often. Yes, invert. Okay, the slight microbend in the knees makes me wonder how long the performer has been doing that certain apparatus. We gotta have some undulation, yes. I love the confidence. I love the confidence that that performer has on the pole. I just wish there was a little bit more of a, maybe more choreographed, you know? Okay, let's see this. Okay, so this is exotic pole, but we are on spin. Yes, girl, with the hairography. So you have your hair down and it's just so majestic. Okay. Yes, we love the flexibility. See that tumble down? This girl has been working. Yes, pointed toes. You can always tell whether someone is like a newbie or not based on their toes. Nice, and again with the clips, I would love to see a little bit. The longer the clip, the more impressive it is. Awesome. That girl clearly knew what she was doing. Some really hard tricks in there. I wish she would kind of, perform for the camera a little bit more, but some really awesome tricks I saw. Okay, so here we have clearly a spin exotic pole routine. The hair is down. I love it when hair is down with pole routines. Yes. Some walking with the feet, extended toes. Nice. So that sit is really painful. I would like to note she's got a killer pain tolerance. Nice. Yeah, and anytime a performer goes upside down, You really need to straighten the legs, lengthen behind the knee. Yes, elbow grip, that's pretty difficult. Okay, split. Yes. Okay, so she had some pretty difficult skills in there. I want to say kudos to that. I would also urge her to lengthen behind her knees, especially when you do something difficult like going upside down. Ooh, okay, so we've got a hoop. Very nice. I love the creativity of starting off the ground and like being lifted up. It's very dancey, flowy. Look at that back flexibility. Yes, so that's what's called an oversplit, when it's more than flat and it's gorgeous. Yes, girl. Super. She's got really nice lines, nice tricks. I want to see some face. I want to see some facial expressions. Okay, so like I was saying, beautiful lines, beautiful venue, costume. Everything was on point, except I want to see what's happening in the face. Why is she doing routine? All right, we've got some exotic pole. This time we've got the heels on. It's very stereotypical for exotic pole, but we have this disc platform at the bottom, which is very unique as an apparatus. It gives kind of a, mysterious vibe to the routine. She's spinning around it. Look at that hairdo. I love it. The style is just so on point with this act. Nice. Cute little spins. Yes, girl. Super hot, super sensual. I almost wanted to see like an inversion or a split or a trick that really brings the wow factor, because you can be hot and you can be stylish, but if you don't have that wow factor, that's another thing. Okay, so we've got what looks like pole. She starts off with a difficult grip. Nice. It looks like her style is a little bit more pole sport, pole fitness, rather than exotic. Yeah, she's going into a pretty difficult trick right here. Super nice. See in her face, she's giving emotion in her face. I don't know what the music is. Yes, but this would be a very good, like, emotional vibe. Very strong shoulders. Nice. All right, with that act, it was very emotional, even though she was doing tricks and everything. I would like a little bit more involvement with the camera, maybe a little bit more stylization of the act. All right, we've got silks. Love the fog. See, the style matters so much in these videos, okay? She's in that crossback straddle. She's got good flexibility. Hair whip, yes, hairography. Look at that lighting. Nice. She's got a good variation of tricks. I almost want to see the getting into the tricks, the transitions, because sometimes you can have beautiful tricks, beautiful end poses, but if your transitions are messy, it might mess with the vibe a little bit. Some exotic spin pull with the heels. Love the hairdo. Nice. So she developed her legs into a straight leg. That's a really good style choice. And there's dollar bills, dollar bills, dollar bills. Very fun. And even though we've got the shoes, we do need to make sure the ankle stays straight to continue the leg line when we're performing. So if the ankle cocks to one side or the other, your leg line looks shorter. Nice. Super. Super hot, super styled. I really liked that one. She had some harder tricks and she was really flexible. Wow. Immediate wow factor. We've got some pyro and heels, exotic pull. We're on spin. Let's see what tricks she can do. Develops to that straight leg. It's a really great option. Wow, that's got to be really, really hot on her bum. Very nice. Some pretty difficult tricks. Some walking legs. That's a pretty cliche trick when it comes to spin pull. I would love to see, it is kind of a far shot, but I want to see more interaction with the camera. And if I could see a little bit more of her face. She has everything else. Yes, see, right as soon as this act starts, she's giving face. She's giving her character. Yes, see that sass? It just brings you in to the act. Nice, we've got a burlesque exotic pole act, looks like. Immediately, everyone in the first row, like, yes, girl. Pretty difficult tricks. Reminds me of a Gothic chapel Rome. Yes, super strong. Nice. See that hairography adds so much. It's like a sentence with an exclamation mark at the end of it. Awesome sauce. No, that was a great routine. She showed style, she showed character, she showed performance quality, and hard tricks. Chef's kiss. Okay, we've got spin, exotic pole. Okay, a nice little scorpion. That trick is very hard. Good job. You lengthen behind the knees. Do you see that micro bend in both knees? Anytime the leg appears to need to be straightened, nice tilt. Yes, spin. Nice. I love the leg warmer choice on the heels. It's so much daintier. Nice, a good jade split. Okay, look at the feet. They are cocked a certain way instead of staying straight. Okay, and even though we wear shoes sometimes with that routine, you want to make sure your toes and ankles stay straight to lengthen the line. That's super big in your performance quality and will affect your scores moving forward. Let's see what we've got here. Is this a hoop? Yes. All right, give it to me. Nice, straight into that meat hook. Super strong. He's doing undulations with his fingers, which tells me without hearing the music that this is a dramatic piece. Okay, it's the little accessories to your style. Now the hoop looks like it's a little small for him, and he might do and look better in a larger hoop, say like this scale right here. Nice. I think for this act, I think working through more of, I would like a toes and ankles and just overall cleanliness to be a little bit more enhanced. We've got another hoop routine. The drama. I love it. Right away, it pulls you in. Okay. Great spins with this back leg. I would love to see a little bit more of a lengthened knee line. Nice. Yeah, that next spin is pretty difficult, so kudos. We've got a spinner on our hands. Good job. Yeah, anytime you see someone using the entire apparatus, it brings me joy. It's very exciting to watch the entire apparatus being used. That person clearly knows what they're doing. I would love to see them in a higher quality production, maybe hair down or styled in a nice costume and, you know, lights and everything. It'd be nice. Woo! I did not expect that. Shock factor, wow factor, immediate. Yes. That's sweet. These are hard tricks as well. Nice. Yeah, is her hair down? Is her hair up? The world will never know. There we go. Yes, it's a difficult split. I want to see more of her character. Yeah, for that one, the quality of the production was awesome. It definitely showed me she's got wow factor. I would love to see her kind of give me sass, give me a little bit more of her character. Okay, this is another hoop routine. We've got the heels. We want to make sure the heels, even though you've got heels on, you still need to make sure your ankle stays straight and does not cock to one side or the other. Some good lighting in there. I'm a sucker for a routine with hair down. She's got a use of an elbow grip, which is pretty difficult. Good straddle. Now, in order to look a little bit more advanced, sometimes using less times gripping your apparatus shows that you are confident about where you've placed yourself on your apparatus. I love the lights, the costume of that act. I would just like to see a little bit more cleanliness. Nice. Some exotic spin pull. Look at those legs, super long legs. Always looks so good on this apparatus. Beautiful costume, beautiful hair down. Now this girl is very strong. Those are very strong moves. Body T. Yeah, and I would love to see her transitions. Sometimes when you look to the place you need to put your hand, it shows me that you're a little unsure about where to put your hand. I would love to see more of what she has to offer. She's got great flexibility, great strength, but in terms of being sure of herself in certain moves, I'm unsure if she shows that. We've got exotic pull. It's very costumed, like she's at EDC. That's what it reminds me of. Yes, split. Okay. That's a really hard split to activate into that full leg line because the pull is pushing against your flexibility. Nice. Super. And then she transitions to a handstand. That's a super creative move. Nice. Yes, hairography. I think she was right about to do a hair whip. Love the hair whips when you're doing exotic pull. I think she does know what she's doing. I think she's done this for a little